Okay, let's see if this works. We're just... Okay. That's fine. Then, while we're being crazy, I will also stream... Sorry, I'm like touching the mic. Okay, so we're hanging out in all of the places. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. There's like so many chords happening in here. And then this I'm gonna move up. This is a lot of chords. Ah, hi guys. I see you. We're trying a dual stream. So I have my computer for YouTube and Facebook Live, my phone for Instagram Live. Yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So we're doing 4 streams right now. I just decided, I was like, I'm going to do this as like a test run to see, hi guys, to see if this works. And I needed to feed anyway, so whoever's hanging out in all the places, we can start. I will get out my bugs. And like, I will apologize to Instagram because you guys are a little bit farther away and probably harder to hear me than my other one because I have like my PC, a laptop, and like a real mic and a real camera. Hello! Hi Petsonics. You joined me on YouTube last time, Petsonics. So welcome. Thank you for joining on another place. We'll see if I can also see everyone. I'm really bad at... I also have a cold. I'm really choosing a good time for this, right? To be live. But I figured I should. I just don't know if... I don't know what's happening on this thing. We're just gonna let it go. So, tonight, I needed to feed dubia roaches. You sound very good on this end. Oh, yay, thank you, Mischief. I'm so glad. I just decided, I was like, heck, it's, some people always have questions, and if you don't know what it's like to have 100 geckos, you can come hang out and find out. So I needed to feed dubias, except I'm like getting low on babies, which means I'm gonna have to sort very soon. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Thank God I've got really good eyesight. This thing is kind of far away. I'm doing all of the things. So I told Maddie about my goals for 2022, which was, like, how does this happen? How does a full-grown freaking male end up in the baby bin? Like, that's how long this dude has, like, hung out and hid. So my goals for 2022 was to make partner on YouTube. Big goals. So let me put him in the adult bin, which, very excitably, we got... You're on YouTube too, Petsonics. It's working on YouTube. I was worried because I'm multi-streaming. I got in 50 more adults of your eyesight, right? I wear contacts. This is totally not my own eyesight. Your room is goals, not for geckos, for me personally, but just in general. Oh, thank you. Honestly, this room has been like a long time coming and like a lot of work. And as Maddie knows, like these are such beautiful enclosures that I can now never replicate and never have built again because the guy went under and like, yeah, it's looking good for you. Thank you. Yay. Hi, Rihanna. He went MIA on all of us. And so I'm so sad because I would love to have a whole room of these beautiful white enclosures, but he stopped working. I might have to turn off that fan if you guys get annoyed with it. But I really want to, oh, that's where I was going with this. There's a new builder local to me. He has ordered a CNC cutting machine. And so if you know PVC at all, it's the big machine that allows them to cut notches in PVC. And it's like what is it, All Cages or whatever the big manufacturer is. This is it's so frustrating as much as my situation sucks. Now you have to I know! So, here's the good news. There's a guy locally named Bailey, and they're called the Cage Guys. And they are waiting another month, I think in March, they'll get their CNC cutting machine, and they think that they could replicate these, or like close to them, which would literally make my life like amazing, because they're local, so I could probably have them, sorry this is loud, come in and actually measure these and potentially make something similar. Granted, it's probably going to be expensive, and I'm going to have to like grapple with myself of like, do I pay for matching enclosures, or do I buy a really nice gecko? The struggles of gecko keeping. Gosh, I'm so low on youngins. Like, this is basically an adult female right here. I don't want to touch her. Guys, I'm still scared of them. Ugh, you are an adult female. I still can't touch bugs with my hands. I'm so sorry. I just can't do it. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? Come here. Lady, ma'am, please. I got her. Ma'am, please cooperate so I can put you in the big bin. So I guess this means I need to sort this weekend because this is not a lot. Some companies can be so expensive, but well, yeah. So, trying to find good enclosures that match how aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. So I think they could. So far, there's another local guy, or our local reptile shop said they're buddies with this guy, and they were the ones who told me he was getting this and that his prices looked pretty good. So honestly, I don't think they're gonna beat this guy's pricing, because these were like $300 a whole rack. Like, it was so dirt cheap. But also I waited like 4 extra months for them. So yeah, I recognize I'm not going to be able to get a steal like that, but that's also probably why he really went under. He was undercharging, you know. So yeah, we'll see. The guys did say they liked, his name is Bailey's pricing. So I'm hopeful. And I just don't think I have enough babies today. So that's really unfortunate. Come here, you little jerks. I didn't realize I was like so low on sorting. So I ordered 50 new females. Oh, God. One sec, guys. I hope this doesn't stop. Yeah, one sec. Pause because you're... I'm going to have to pause it. Pause it really quick. Turn these lights back on. Because of my app. We're turning them back on. If we can. Oh, come back here. You little jerks. Oh well. Okay, it's being silly. We're just gonna have to go and manually turn it on. Ooh, maybe. We can't reach that one. We can reach this one though, I think. Where is it? It's in here. Yeah. I don't think I can get it to work. Let's try one more time. Really fast. That one's on. Why is this white rack being offline? Oh, so annoying. The spoon. The spoon is everything. I hope you understand. The spoon is very important. Okay, well, that's annoying. I don't know why that one is offline for me. So, darn. I don't think I can reach it either. I don't think I can do it. Nope, can't do it. Well, darn. Let's try one more time. I don't understand why it's offline though. I'll reopen it. Come online. Hello. Got it. Why are you doing these things to me? They're like all offline. This is very annoying. Well, we're hanging out in the dark behind us. That's fine. I I don't know why it went offline on my thing, but this one isn't offline. I don't know. So, I ordered 50 new adult females for my large bin because I need them to produce even more. I also need to sort out males because I think my ratio is off in my dubia bin. I think I have too many males right now. Okay, little jerks. You guys all get to enjoy living life if you're still in this bin. So we'll feed some. We'll see how many we can get done in this low number. But my goodness, babies go through so many dubias. It's crazy. Like, I have a colony of probably 500 or 600 adults, and I'm burning through all of their production. But I'm thinking it's because I have too many, I think it's because I have too many males. That's my guess. So, yeah. Okay, well, we'll see how many we can get through then. And I hate that the light is still off behind me, so I'm sorry, loves. If you have any questions, though, let me know. I'm really excited because I almost have one of my males up to size to pair, who I've been waiting on. He is very close. And he is going with these two, Azrael and Loud Luxury, behind me. So I'm literally, like, just praying that he keeps eating his bugs like he has been. Oh. Ooh, my powder's out there. One sec, guys. I gotta sneak out and grab my new calcium powder. Okay, so Meredith of Oklahoma said she really loves the Rapashi door. Excuse me. Hello? The Rapashi Calcium Plus, which of course is not like some new revelation or anything, but it smells delicious, so we're trying it. It's a pretty bowl. Yeah, this bowl is just from the reptile section of like PetSmart Petco. So we're trying Calcium Plus. It smells delicious, so I feel like it will entice them to eat them even more than they already are enticed to eat them. It looks like it's going to be an adult feeding day, if I'm honest, because these are all big. We're like pretty large dubias. Yeah, really large dubias. Oh, they're growing too quickly, and I ate through the babies ate through all of the young ones, the small ones. So, oh my gosh. I guess I'm sorting this weekend, y'all. I can't really take you along for a sorting adventure, though, because I have to do it outside because of allergies from these. Forbidden sugar? That's literally what this stuff smells like. So I'm going to give this one some. This is the male I'm trying to grow out over here, whom I gave him a really nice name that I can't think of right now. Bee pollen stimulates appetite? Yes, it does. I have bee pollen too, but I need to dust these already with stuff, and I'm pretty sure this has bee pollen. I remember reading it. Oh, it's got a whole lot of stuff in here. There's like dried kelp and brewer's yeast, molasses, rose hips, marigold flower, and paprika. Wow. I do add bee pollen to my food. Tyler is so allergic to dubia. Yes. So I take them. Okay, when I first got dubias, I could not figure out what my allergy was because it was in my office. I kept them in my gecko room was my office or my gaming room at the time because I was gaming and streaming. And so I was having really bad allergies. And I was like, maybe it's because I just moved back to Arizona and like it's just the transition from Omaha to Arizona. No, it was the dubia roaches. So I set up like a very sealed bin. It does have like 2 little holes on the front. I moved them out of the room. I put them in a closet, a separate closet. That helped a lot. But now that I have them in the bin, I've actually kind of acclimated to them. They do say your allergies can get used to stuff, but I have to sort them outside with a mask on and full gloves because they will get like red if I'm around them too long either. And I will get like the full blown, like I'm sick. Like I feel like I have the flu. So if you guys have ever been around dubia roaches and you feel like you get the flu afterwards, it was the roaches, for sure. So yeah, I figured out how to make it work. Like taking them outside and sorting them. But my gosh, it's such a process and I hate having to do it just because you disturb all your females. Like every time you have to sort, you're disturbing them like carrying babies. And I hate having to do it too often. But these babies are eating me out of house and home. So I am considering just doing an order from dubiaroach.com of like 1,000 smalls just to like get this thing like going a little bit longer. So I'm feeding those ones to my leopard gecko, fat tail gecko. Those went to her, him, pronouns. Yeah, so I'm considering doing that, but it's expensive. Like ordering 1,000 smalls from them, I want to say it's like $40 or $60, and 1,000 will get me through like 2 feedings. Like that's wild. That's so much. Hi, Hale, how are you? Welcome. I'm attempting a gecko stream on Twitch too, guys. So we're on YouTube and Twitch, Facebook, but I don't know how Facebook will go. Facebook Lives are really like weird, hit or miss. But I was like, heck, I might as well start doing this just so I can meet my goals of, you know, doing things and spreading the word about my geckos. I own geckos, watch me own them. Oh, I'm a conversationalist, right? So yeah, I was talking about pairings. I've got some pairs going and already laying, which is super exciting. I need bigger bowls. These are so big. I thought I was going to get through a lot more than this. I can't imagine what it's like owning 100 geckos. Honestly, okay, my biggest tip for anyone that is wanting to get into breeding, my biggest tip is go for the organization options early. So like, if you worry about your time or your free time or how much time it's going to take you in a room, get racks. Like, sorting through stacked bins to feed them, you have to take the bins, you have to put them here, you have to undo the top, feed that one, put it away, switch, do the next one. What year did I start? 2019? I'm on my 3rd year. This is my 3rd breeding season. Last season I felt like was my real season because I had like 7 pairings. 7 pairings, I think. A couple didn't take. A couple were virgins and didn't take, so I had like 8, but she didn't take. How long do I hold them before I sale them? That's a good question too. Like 3 or 4 months. It's more about weight, because I don't sell them until they're at least 3 grams, and I don't really like to ship until 4 grams. But 3 grams, if it's good weather, it's fine. But honestly, it comes down to the actual pairs, because right now my struggle is I don't know what they're producing or what their development is going to be like. So a lot of the ones I'm holding back is simply because I don't know how they're going to develop. Like, I'm probably going to have sold some that are then going to come back and be like super drippy. And I'm going to be like, well, freaking A. I had no idea they were going to do that at 30 grams. Like, so the thing that seasoned gecko people have on new gecko people like me is just time and experience with their actual geckos breeding. They know what worked for that female and what didn't. Yeah, I have 16 animals at the moment, but not all are geckos. Hi, question, have you ever had geckos use hand feeding only? And if you, never. I've never ever had a hand feeder. I don't support it. I feel that I've been holding back. So, right, Maddie, you totally get that, because it's like we're kind of in a similar place, I think. I think you've been breeding maybe a year or two longer on a smaller scale. I got them and I kind of went for it. I bred some in like 2020. I had like 3 pairs. And then I bred like 6 or 7 really good pairs in 2021. And now this year, 2022, it's like, you know, I got like 9 to 11 pairs, depending if they reach size. Okay, so yeah, so that's cuddle time critters. That's like the biggest thing is I don't know what to keep. So I will say this, Noah Bounds from Oklahoma has been a really good mentor for me, because he was like, just pick 2 from every pair. Like, just pick your 2 favorites from every pair, and that's what you're keeping. Like, don't get attached. Some of them I have 3, because I'm like, oh, these all 3 are really, really nice. But like, don't get caught up on the other ones. Like, just sell them, and if they come back, like, my hopes are what I sell for $200 to $300 this season, I hope that they go incredible and that I regret it, because what makes you a really good business breeder, or like customer service wise, is when people are like, look at this gecko that I got from her for $200. It's insane, and like $1,000 or $1,500 gecko now. Go to her. Like that's what I hope. I hope I regret some of my sales, and that they become like super incredible. And then people are like, she's hiding this really nice golden gecko stuff in her house. So that's my hope. So I'm holding on to 2 from every pair, sometimes a third. More so, the struggle I'm having right now is that they're all so gapped out in when they were born. So I've got some of my holdbacks that are like 7 or 8 grams, but I have some babies that just hatched from that pairing that I'm like, oh no, like I don't know if I want to keep this one if it's going to compare to this, because I need a couple more grams on it. So I foresee that I could be letting go some of my bigger ones as smaller ones get hatched out and kind of grow up, and I see that like they're developing really well. You're afraid you sell them too cheap? I mean, honestly, I just dropped all of my prices, because to me, I'm more about like, this isn't my only income. I work a full-time job. And I have multiple other things that I do. I'm way too busy. I've got way too many hobbies. So I'm lucky that this isn't my full-time job, that I'm not reliant upon this is my only income, because that is hard. When people are like, I want this to be my full-time career, how do you do it? I'm like, that's scary, because you can have bad seasons. You can have like just, you know, bad turnouts. You can have where your females decide they're not laying, and that's your livelihood. So for me, I don't mind selling them for cheaper. I don't want to be stuck with geckos for too long, because this season I'm hatching out probably the nicest stuff. I've got the nicest pairings, right, that I've had before. I've got some really impressive males. So I would rather move these on to like really great people. I've got someone that's been buying off of Instagram for me that's like, she's starting to breed. So I'm like, hey, I'll help you. Like, you've bought a really expensive gecko, but you wanted it to be a male. So I'm considering switching my hold back from that pairing with hers, because it's looking like it has pores, and I'd rather her have a really cool gecko that she wants. Like, she wants a male lily white from this pairing. They're both really impressive. One was my holdback. Another one that she bought, I was like, this one's really impressive too. It's looking female though. So stuff like that, where I'm like, I would rather have people like love this along with me than necessarily make money. Because I think in the long run, that's going to be what sells your geckos, is like your actual person skills and like your business skills and your like ability to be kind to people when they need it. Okay, so I haven't forgot your question, Ludicrous. I have never, ever, 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 ever hand fed a gecko. Ever. Like, I do not see the need to hand feed a gecko. There is something about saying, like, if it's not eating, take it to the vet, of course. See if the vet can help it. If it's a medical reason that it's not eating, absolutely that's different. But I have never had one not eat. Simply because, like, if somebody starts hand feeding, it's like, it's literally this, like, the hell. Rita! Hi, my love. I know. Welcome to my gecko room. It's like, it's just not worth it. Food doesn't walk up to them. I even have a runt that hatched out at like 1 gram, and it is thriving, and I never once hand fed it. Like, I never, everyone, Simp is here. Hi, Dragon Babe. Everyone, we can give Dragon over here, she's on YouTube, credit for this problem. She told me about crested geckos. She created this problem. That's a very refreshing outlook. Yeah, so like, it's gonna survive. Animals are literally programmed to survive. So if it's, it's people saying they cut their eggs. I don't cut my eggs. If it didn't make out of the egg, there was a reason. It wasn't strong enough, whatever its genetics did, like, it wasn't its time to make it in life. If they fail simply because they're not eating, there was something wrong with it, in my opinion. Of course, if there's a medical thing, like somebody neglected it and you're having to nurse it back, totally different story. But, you know, if somebody starts, I hate it when people are like, hand feed your gecko. I'm like, stop, no. Geckos will eat. If your gecko is not eating, it's probably something to do with your care. So warm them up a tiny bit. If your home is at 70, try and bump it up to 74, 75, 76. I keep my room at 76. They're gonna eat. Shut up, Brad. Get wrecked, nerd. Number 2. Hi, Brad. I'm here feeding bananas to my lychees on a spoon. Stop it. Stop it. Your lychees will eat the bananas if they want to. Put them in a bowl. So yeah, it's definitely hell. I've heard such nightmares of people being like, yeah, I started feeding my gecko with like a spoon or whatever, and now it won't stop. And it's like, you never should have done it from the start. But leave it alone. Like, that's my best recommendation, is just like, leave it alone. Don't feed it with a spoon. Leave the food in the bowl, and if it has the normal natural instincts of a gecko, it's gonna eat the food. If it gets hungry enough, it's gonna eat the food. Yeah. It's a treat. Okay. If you're holding it and you're using it as a bonding thing, that's fine. I'll allow you. I'm terrified of lychees because I've heard nightmares of them. Don't blame me. What is this? Good vibes. Hi. Yeah, good vibes. I'm glad it's working. I'm glad. Hey, I'm multi-streaming, Brad. I did what you told me to. I'm doing the things. Hello. Hi, how are you? Is it Corsta? I'm trying to read from over here. Again, thank you, contacts. But we're running low on bugs. Now we have to decide which adult gets more. So Azrael is one of my breeders that I've been feeding bugs because she's a monster for them, but I don't think she needs them right now. I think we'll go with one of them over here. A Craze and my Johnny Cash kid I'm trying to get to size for this season. I hope that helped, Ludacrest. Like, my best recommendation is just leave it with food in there. If you notice after 2 weeks that it's like significantly dropping in size, because they can be weird. Sometimes like they can just stop eating and you're like, don't know, and it'll start eating again. Obviously, if you notice it getting really, really, really thin, maybe like I would put a bowl in front of it before I would put it on a spoon or hand feed it. I would like put the bowl up to its face and like dab underneath it, obviously not near its nose, and see if that helps it connect bowl to food. That's my only recommendation. I've never experienced it before. Oh, there's so many. I'm so sick of these dermestide beetles, guys. I'm overrun with dermestide beetles. Watching you use spoon amuses me. I cannot touch them, Dragon. I cannot touch them. The feeling of like 8 legs on my finger, I instinctually lose my shit. You're a girl, I want one so bad. I want one to love me. Like I've talked about getting a lychee. And I just know I'm gonna get the one that barks at me and hates me. My male lily tried to kill himself last season. I know you did. Oh, by starving himself. He's the worst. Never mind. I thought that was the one that prolapsed. So I've had a male do that. What did I do with him? He just got really thin. Because when they're in breeding season, it just happens. And he bounced back. He actually shipped out. That was Bangarang. He got so thin. And I'm like, she I'm spooning dubias. Yeah, I'm spooning my dubias, guys. Leave me alone. Cereal. Dubious cereal. Different male, I know. You and your males, girl. So I had Bangarang did that. He like stopped eating. He didn't care about breeding at all. But in the off season, he came back with such insane growth that he was bigger than when he started. So there's that for you. I hope that happens. He was like, he went into breeding season at 38, and he was 3 years old, mind you. So like, I was like, I'm giving up. You're 38 grams, you're small now, fine. He shipped out to his new home at like 45 grams. So there's hope. Next feeding video is her with oven mitts and a spoon. I'm being abused over here, guys. YouTube is abusing me. Leave me and my spoon alone. You know what? I don't want to touch these creepy crawlies. I do this for my geckos because I love them, but if I didn't have to own these, I wouldn't. Like, 100%, we're spooning them, guys. Is that really what everyone else does? Does everyone else touch these things? I don't understand. I ask a lot of questions about the lychees you're getting. Yeah, so that's my thing. If I got a lychee, it would be a pet. Like, I'd be getting a lychee for a pet. I don't want to breed them. They're very difficult, I'm pretty sure. I just want it as a pet. I don't know. I think I'd go for a bearded dragon before a lychee. That's where I'm kind of struggling. I feel like if I was going to go for something that large, I might as well go. But granted, they like an 18 by 18 by 24. Or do they? Is that too small? Do they need a 36 tall? It is better than crickets. This is so much better than crickets. Crickets are the bane of my existence. I tried to keep crickets alive. No. But if they escape in your home, it's never dying. Ever. Everyone gets abused on YouTube. Okay, mine went from 30 back to 39, and now he's on 36 again in breeding. That's why. He just, does he eat bugs? Because Bangarang would eat bugs. Off season, not on season. Yeah, opposite of crested males are harder to find because females are so picky. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the snake went to a breeder dragon, and no, I didn't. Absolutely not. Oh, you moved over. Hi. Hi on Twitch. Where you have power. Oh, I'm streaming on all the platforms. Whatever. No, I wouldn't touch the mice. Are you kidding me? You guys act like I have balls over here or something. I have no guts and glory with any of this. This is terrifying. You just send the cats out. I have a cat and she's pathetic. She just stares at them. This is cute. I'm so confused who she was talking to. Then I found YouTube. I know, there's a whole chat and then there's Instagram over here. He stopped eating bugs about... I hate when that happens. Honestly, I told somebody that. Okay, guys, last time I went live, I got comments being like, that's super weird that your adults don't eat bugs. Do you just say that? No, they literally don't eat bugs. Like, they go off of bugs. I swear it. I have tried to convince my massive bug eaters, this one, who refuses to gain weight. She's full buried in here. She hasn't been paired, and she's literally burrowing like she's like a knoll. Like, what? So, sorry, ma'am. So this one was a massive bug eater. She refuses. I just can't. I had people say that to me. I think they get tired of them. Yeah, exactly. I will put them in here and I'm like, please, just eat your freaking bugs. I get excited thinking the bowl is empty, and then I find an adult dubia in there months later, and I'm like, this is where you went. You just let him out of the bowl. You didn't eat him. So I do. I feed twice a week, and this is why we're so low on buggos, because we've been feeding twice a week. Yeah. But still, my adults just like go off of them. I don't know. They are uninterested. Squeeze. What? Large rats, and I literally just sweep the water out of them with my hands. No. Let's be fair. If we have the opportunity to be lazy and eat much, we totally would, right? I'll send you one in your direction. Ooh, are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know. Like, my cat is pathetic. My cat doesn't do cat things. My cat is a Persian. She is too good for this. Like, she is so above hunting things. Now you're on Facebook? Amazing. Welcome. All of the platforms appreciate you. I'm like, I can't believe I've gone through this many dubias. I probably had 10,000 last sort, which was like a month ago. And here we are with not that many. Okay, I still need to name this gecko. See if I can get, oh, she's coming out. She is being very, very sassy. She's a wild child. I swear to God, this thing is wild. She's got really nice pinning. But this is my Hidden Valley. We'll lower it for those on the other thing. My Hidden Valley Geckos. Tricolor female out of Johnny Cash. Will you eat these if I put them here? Like right in front of you? Look how fun. Nope. Not that interested. Just clung to my shirt. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, you look at those. Nope. Wouldn't do it. So, either ways, name her Bailey. She prissy. Trying to get her to wait. She's beautiful though. She's really pretty. She's got such nice white wall. You're wild ass. Either way, she was on the glass, so that's why she got to come out. But, you know. Trying to escape again. Gosh, I think all of these are like way too big for all of my geckos now. We're in trouble, y'all. We're in trouble. I don't think I have any more big bowls either. Yikers. Name her Taco? I already had Taco. I already had a taco. Like, I think this is too big, even for my little tricolor grow out. I think that's too big. Why did you all get so fat? I started feeding them a better food. That's what happened. And then they became super dwarves. I already have a taco. I named my cat Taco. She's Johnny Cash and Cleopatra. She needs a good name. So all of my other geckos, most of my other geckos have music names from house music. So I have Cheat Codes, which is house music artist. Cartel is a house music song that I liked. I know Cartel doesn't sound it. Burrito. I have Craze, who's a big house music artist. I have Kygo, Identity Crisis, which are all house music. Loud Luxury, house music. Party Favor is a house music song, I'm pretty sure I found it. Millennium, house music. So yeah, those are all house music. And enchilada, just Mexican food. That's all you've got for me. Mexican food. So yeah, they all go off of house music because I enjoy house music and it's unique. Like, they kind of have very catchy names, which I like. I'm just so sad how freaking fat these got. Like, I'm about to sort out the large ones that are too big to feed to my geckos to put in the adult bin. Of which, honestly, if I had a bearded dragon, I feel like I would have the ability to feed off Roomba quesadilla. I feel like I'd have the ability to feed off males easier. I have nothing to do. Like, what do I do with the males, guys, from my dubia bin? Do I need a bearded dragon? I don't feel like I need a bearded dragon, but do I need a bearded dragon? Just an excuse to get another very expensive thing. I just needed something to feed my dubia roaches to, so I got a whole bearded dragon. It's like, that makes sense. More so, their enclosures are so expensive, and the only 4x2x2 enclosure that I think looks good at all is a Zen Habitat. Our trash cans will eat anything that moves. Right, exactly. I've got so many feeders now because that little fat tail gecko wants all of the different things. So I have super worms, I've got black soldier fly larva, and I have normal mealworms as well. I think it's so many. You got a dragon today? Oh, I'm jealous. Fire and Freedom. Are you the same one are you Mike? Let me know if you're Mike. You work for Zen? I know. Man. Affiliate code. Hello. Help me. So the only one I think looks good is Zen. But at the moment, dropping $350 on an enclosure, like, isn't really in my agenda. Hi, Mike. How is the gecko? You never gave me an update if the gecko arrived safely. I'm mad at you, Mike. Okay, guys, Mike had a gecko arrive today in shipping. Never texted me if it was safe. Oh, I hope it was safe, or I think I would have heard from you. It's awesome? Okay, good. He had one of my really nice tricolors arrive to him. I've seen some breeders buy frilled dragons to feed them bad eggs, duds, stillborns, and deceased babies. Frilled dragons will eat that? That's crazy. Zens are the only one I know of that don't have a ridiculous lead time. I know, they don't. That's the other thing. I don't know. I've considered a beardy. I'm scared that they smell. Because like my gecko room with 100 geckos doesn't smell. I thought Sarah tagged you in a post on here. She might have. I might have missed it. I assume that means it's great. Me and my spoon. Let me get on my soapbox. They're tiny demons? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I've seen them. I need a beardy? Cassandra, you're an enabler. I approve. I need friends like you. Jackie, my mother, would be very thrilled if I got another pet. It's like the bane of her existence. I'm like, you realize we're too far gone anymore. As long as they don't poop right under the basking lamp, right? But they're gonna, because they're gonna be sitting on the basking lamp all day. That's my fear, is if they smell. That is. And like, it wouldn't go in this gecko room either. It would be like, the only reason I'd want a Zen is it would go either in my office to like chill with me all day, or it would go in my living room so it like sees me all day. Because they're social, I think. Pretty sure. Hello, roaches. You're beautiful and shiny. They're looking really good right now, actually. They love dubias right after they poop. Spot clean and done. Okay. They get a frilled dragon. I think that's a little aggressive. It would look so good in your... Right? Okay, you're right. My office is all bamboo colored. My only concern is that 2 feet deep is like pretty big for that room. It's what I struggled with when I tried to put one in here. It was so big. Like 2 feet sticks out really far. So that's my only concern about my office, is like I feel like it might stick out really far because it'd go under the window. That's the other thing. Their stands are 2 feet, so then it's another 2 feet. So it's like 4 feet tall, which means it'd block the whole window. I wish they had a 1 foot stand. Is that an option? I don't know. Maybe I'll measure. Hi, Xelaris. I am alive. I'm very much so alive. Either that or maybe get some toads or a Pac-Man frog. Do you think... Okay, Amazon milk frogs. I've heard they should not only live on dubias. Like, dubias aren't good for them as a staple diet. But I'm wondering if I was just lied to. That's my question. Because I'm like, I'm not getting crickets. They're not getting crickets. There's no way crickets are coming in this household. I know, but like White's tree frogs, they eat everything, totally. But I've heard that Amazon milks, like the creatine or the whatever thick exoskeleton isn't good for them. Am I being lied to? If you get the deluxe spacer, it looks like a cabinet stand, but it doesn't have a bottom, right? So I couldn't like put things in it. I mean, I could put things in it, but it'd be on my floor, but I have nice, like, pretty floors, I guess. I considered that. It's cheaper too. But we're looking at like now like $600 of a setup. Oh, it's so pretty but so aggressively expensive. Everything is expensive. I'm gonna consider it. We'll consider it. Brad, what do you think? Saved a baby duckling from a toad. Oh my god. I believe you. Crickets are the worst. We're spending like $1,200 a year on crickets. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, just to get dubias, to get like 1,000, like 1K dubias right now is like $60. 40 or 60. It was one of the two. And I'll go through 1,000 dubias, like I said, in 2 feedings. I feed 6 geckos, 6 bugs a gecko. So, someone do the math of, wait, so 6 times 20 is 120 plus another 20 racks. So that's 240. Just for these 40. Plus I've got 9 over here. No, 11 over here. I don't know. If we do the math, I'm going through 1K in 3 feedings. It's wild. Is there a lot harder? I kill them for anything. Like, life is expensive. So yeah, I've been like, I notice your growth goes up so much if you can feed dubias twice a week. And I got 50 more adult females because I had an off ratio. So it's like, if I just get females, that'll probably even out my male population since I'm not adding any males to the enclosure. And it will up they have like 10 babies per female at a clutch. So 50, 500 more babies a time. Even then, it's not enough. I need to sorter dubias so they breed better, right? So I'm wondering, who did your racks? I love them. These racks are local. 5150 is his name, sadly. This rack is the extra large, extra tall shoebox bins. I'll show you. So you can see their height compared to a 6-quart. They're double the height, about double the height. Sea serpent. Chris at Sea Serpents. Yes, okay, Maddie, don't hate me. So, Tegu. Let me tell you about the Tegu. I loved my Tegu until I hated my Tegu. She was such a C word. So I would go out there every day and try to socialize her because I put her outside. I transitioned her to outside because her tank, she was outgrowing her tank in here, her 4x2x2. So I built her that big, beautiful enclosure. She could scale it. She figured out how to scale it. I had straight, I know. So I had straight metal sheeting and she would come running at it so quickly she could scale 4 foot of that metal sheeting to eat me, to literally try and murder me. So I went in full gloves with my horse boots on, and I would go in there and I would stand in there and I would like just stand in there and she would eat my shoes the whole time. And I was like, this isn't fun. I am so ill-equipped time-wise for this. When I've got this happening in here, she was so mean. So I'm like, I'm keeping her unless I find the right home. A local guy who has 10 other tegus and like a farm of tegus in our reptile group was like, she's a blue ice. She was an ice morph. He's like, I would love to have her. Like 100%. I've had jerk tegus before. Like, I will literally come and pick up her enclosure and pay you for all of it to have her. So it is very happy with them. They have it in a like a trio of females, and they like all love each other and they're beautiful. And he's like, she's calmed down so much with the other tegus because the other 2 that they're with, he's like, they're very social, and he's like, she's definitely skittish and she definitely still tries to bite us every time. And yeah, and that's the thing I'm so struggled with is like, yeah, they kind of ruined my life. I feel so bad because I was like, I researched so much. I like got it from a breeder that was like, she's so chill, I can just pick her up and hold her. And I worked with her every single day, and she just hated me. Like, hated me. And when she was launching out of that outside, I'm like, she got out once. She launched out and was out of the enclosure, and I have a yard, and it is fenced in that she couldn't get out of that yard. But I was like, how am I going to get this now running, biting tegu back in her enclosure? So I took like a bin, and I literally like had to just like chase her and do this and like slide the cat. And like, I was like, I'm done. I'm so ill-equipped for this, and I don't have time. So like, it was just so hard because like, I think if I adopted one as an adult, that was probably, thank you for subscribing, Cassandra Marie. I think if I, and oh, Exo, thank you for resubbing, and thank you for resubbing, Widow. You guys are the best. Like, I don't know. They're scary, right? When they're full dinosaur, like, I don't know. I think that's the problem. People say that they're so nice, like, just socialize it every single day. And I was like, I sat there with that thing for like 45 minutes. I would just sit in this room, and it still hated me. I would hold it, and it would like still look at me with murder in its eyes for the 6 months I owned it. Like, I was like, I just don't know what to do. So she's lovely, and she is adored, and she is growing up with 2 other tegus until she's breeding weight, and then she'll have babies because she has an albino, she's het albino, and she's mainly blue and black, black and white, like, but she's het albino. So he was like, oh, she's amazing, I'll take her. And he's like, she eats great, she's totally calmed down. So I still get updates about her, but still, that was a hard thing to swallow. But at the same token, I also recognize that I am not like skilled in difficult animals. Like my dogs, super easy to train, you know, justice for Scoop. Draco, why do you want justice for Scoop? Much bigger spoon for Tegu. No, I wore full on like dog bite gloves with her. I had to rehome them. That was full Satan too. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I was not going to let her go to anyone, like, that did not own tegus. I, like, was specific. We have a really good Arizona reptile connection. I was like, this needs a tegu person. And he literally was like, she's mean, but she's fine. I'm like, okay, like, you, sir, are a tegu person. Like, you understand. Hi, core geckos, welcome. So I'm very happy with where she went. And I still would dream of owning one that was not Satan. So I'm thinking if I go anything larger than geckos, and that's the other reason I'm afraid of getting a lychee. Do you want me to time this random dude out? No, you're funny. Seems like a loser. So my streaming friends are not used to my gecko room, so they are laughing at me, I think. So that's the other reason I won't get a lychee, because I feel like I'm scarred from tegus. Mine went to a burly dude named Tracy, and he lives outside full time with a trio too. Honestly, I think that's the key. I actually think they're really social animals. Like, I know you have 2 that live together, and I think that, like, honestly, what calms them or makes them feel secure is having another friend. Who are you? You better not speaking about me, Dragon. There's a YouTube who has Rhea named Kevin. And they legit have worn riot gear that literally, like, I believe it. Like, I don't know. So here's the thing, like, I think I'm scarred. So that's why I'm like, I don't think I want a tegu. Wants to meet Bubbles? Okay, I'll bring Bubbles out. Okay, everyone, Dragon is taking on my special, beautiful crested gecko that was born with the head bump. The head bump has gone down now, but I didn't want it to go for sale because someone would try to breed it. It is, like, so nice. Someone would try to breed it. So, Bubbles. We have named it Bubbles. Oh, it's so cute. It's, like, such a freaking nice gecko. Okay, let's see little Bubbles. Here's Bubbles. Okay, so stream, you're up here and you can't see, but this is Bubbles. We're going to show stream on Instagram it. And then here's Bubbles. AJ. Like, Bubbles is so tiny and cute, but it's so nice that I was worried someone would want to breed it. So here's Stream. It's out of Azrael. But my goodness, look at these lats on this thing. So I was terrified to try and find a pet home that someone would try to breed it because of those lats. It is so nice, and its genetics are really nice. So here's Bubbles. Yes, they're really bad with cage aggression. You love Bubbles. Look at little Bubbles. Bubbles is so cute. I like that you named it Bubbles. But yeah, so I was very worried. The third threw off the whole vibe. Oh, yeah. So I was very worried. Bubbles! Bubbles is very skilled at jumping. Bubbles' head bump, you can still slightly see it. You'll see it dragging in person. It still has a very slight head bump. Not bad at all. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. It's bad. So yeah, so Dragon is taking on this beautiful little tricolor because he was born with a pretty severe head bump that's gone down with time. And I just didn't want somebody to get tempted because of how nice this gecko is. So Dragon is going to take it as a pet. I have one other that's going to be a pet only. You are not breeding him. It is your pet. Okay. I have one other. I'll show you how tiny it is. That is going to a pet home. I haven't determined where it's going yet. So if anybody wants a special gecko, this one was my runt. Look at how tiny it is. It's still as big as the ones I have hatching out. It's so flippin' tiny. He's so tiny. He's gonna be really gorgeous. Goodbye. Goodbye. So he hatched out a runt, so I'm going to be finding it a pet home as well. It's tiny, and it was born 7 months ago, and it's literally like 3 grams. Like now, it's 3 grams. So that little baby is looking for a pet home, and it would just be the cost of shipping. I know, you debated it. Well, I think you've made a good choice because this one is more difficult. Bubbles is perfectly healthy. Like, Bubbles has been completely healthy with growing and everything. Its head bump, it only had a wavy tail, which was weird. But it dropped its tail, so no issue there. And it fully functions normally and it's growing at a normal rate. The other one is just collection of my deformed bones. See, I love having you for this. Everyone needs that, like pet homes, like trusted pet homes that you can send your ones that aren't, are a little more difficult. So that one is just growing so incredibly slow that I don't just want to give it to anybody. Like, I want somebody who's a little experienced with them. I mean, both, I know. You want both now? If you want both, I'll send them both to you. You can have them both, but that's the thing is, like, I don't want... Honestly, that one is not going to need a big tank. It's so tiny. I don't know if it's ever even going to reach full size at this point. It's so tiny. Like, it's 7 months old and like 3 grams. I just don't even know. Guys, we've totally gotten distracted from feeding these bugs. We are just chatting now. That's all we're doing. It's just chatting. Also, Draco, why do we want justice for Scoop? What injustice has Scoop been granted or dished? What is the injustice? You'll talk in PMs later. Sounds good. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, we totally got distracted, y'all. We need to feed these bugs, damn it. Except I need to, like, sort out sizes for small ones. And these stupid dermestide beetles, or buffalo beetles I actually have, is what genus or species these are. But goodness. Okay. See how many I can make because these are huge. I don't have enough to feed all of them off. You guys got fat too quick. Dubias. I started feeding them like my feeders get a like all natural organic diet with like real fruit powder. That's why I think they've grown so quickly. I need them to slow their roll and stay smaller longer so I can feed them longer. Okay, who are we feeding these to? Probably my favorite grow outs, let's be honest. Petition for her to get a bearded dragon and name it Taco. I had a cat named Taco, but Taco, I have a sad story about Taco too. Taco started attacking all of my other pets after 5 months of ownership. So, Taco had to go back to the rescue. Did you already eat all of those? You're so fat. Oh my gosh, guys. Did I feed it? I fed it, right? I'm pretty sure I gave that one and it already ate all of them. Wow. That is a fat gecko. You can never have just one taco? Okay, that I support. I feel like getting new pets is so hard. Just because, like with my Tegu, I was like, I wanted it. I tried my ass off at it. And it did not work out. Like, it was a shambles show. I think these are too small, actually. I think you guys get bigger ones. Let's see. Yeah, you have bigger ones. You can have bigger ones. So yeah, it's so hard to see if it like fits in with your life. I feel betrayed. Draco, why are you saying that Scoop needs justice? I need to understand your statement, sir. I need to understand what is happening. Okay. Scooping bugs for geckos. Trying to get the right size for every gecko is what takes so flippin' long. With my spoon. Yeah, you can handle those. Like, you have to look at their head size and all of that. Was Taco the white one? Yes. Yes. Yes, Taco was that one. So Taco was a beautiful cat, and it was literally last week I had to take it back. Lux and him were starting to draw blood, and I was like, this isn't it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. He ignores you? Draco ignores you in DMs? How dare? How dare he? Answer for your crimes, Draco. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're already eating them. Those are too small for you. Let me switch it out. Those are way too small. You're huge. Eat these ones. Thank you. Some of them are monsters. Some of them are literally monsters. Girl, do you own tongs? Tongs? That will take so much longer. I don't own tongs though. I feel like tongs will take so much longer than my spoon cereal method. You know? Because like they're so tiny. How do you tong them without injuring them? This is just my Lucky Charms. I'm feeding Lucky Charms to the geckos via spoon. Oh, why am I like this? I don't know. What size are you? Can you take this size? I don't know. I can't decide. You're an in-between size. I feel like a couple of these are a little too wide for that one. So we'll go medium size. No, like large smalls. If that's a thing. Like this one. Yeah. This is one of my, actually most of my holdbacks have been growing at a really nice rate. You? Okay. 2 more big bowls. You do tongs for your teas? Dragon has a collection of teas. Oh, true. I do kind of... Yeah, the tiny one's grabbing me. Right? So because I put them in bowls, I feel like... I'll name them, totally. Like, spoon is just so nice for size. Like, it just takes me forever because I'm sorting out, like, different sizes into... I wish I had the ability to sort smalls and mediums apart from each other. But I don't know how people do that. That's a freaking art skill. Honestly. Art form of those large breeders of dubias. I don't understand it. I don't know how they do it. Because mine, I feel like even in the small holes, the mediums get through. Like, what the heck? Also, my nose is running because I've had a cold this whole week. It's been lovely. But it's not COVID, luckily. I still have not gotten COVID. Down here. You're pretty big. Okay, I think we're good in that realm. We're going back to smalls now. And who is lucky enough to get them since I'm low. I use sorting tubs. Okay, so I have sorting tubs, I have sorting buckets, and I've drilled holes in the bottom of them, but I feel like even then, it like, the mediums still get through. Maybe my holes aren't small enough? Maybe? Because that's how I sort down mediums and smalls. Like, I get rid of all the adults down to mediums and smalls, but beyond this size is where I'm struggling to get them sorted. For sure. Because then I could always have 2 tubs. I could have a medium tub where I feed all the adults, and then a smalls tub that I just scoop out all these itty bitties out of. Or then I end up with ones that reach adulthood in a smalls tub. Because that's my life. Like, they hide in there somehow, and you're just screwed. Like the male I found today. Stop climbing. It's not as bad once I get like down to this point where I can just kind of scoop a lot of smalls. And my geckos can eat all this size. You're getting another tea? What kind of terrifying tea are you getting? Dragon has tarantulas, y'all. Many tarantulas. Terrifying tarantulas. Some of them are nice, but I'm pretty sure you have man-eating tarantulas over there. Don't you have like a blonde one that's huge that could eat a bird? See how many we can get through. How many smalls I have in here. Also, my Instagram algorithm with my photos has been totally off, and they have not been showing up in hashtags, and I don't understand why. Don't know what's going on over there. Oh, also, I need suggestions for my next video on YouTube, guys. I'm thinking pairings, thinking like 2022 pairings, going through who I'm pairing and why I'm pairing them. Come here, small ones. Problem is all these dermestide beetles are messing up my sorting ability. Literally, there's a dermestide larva. These things, don't get them. These things as feeder crew will take over your whole frickin' colony. At this point, you won't know the name, so I'll PM you. Oh, you have a bird eater, yes. She went to a breeder to have children. Well, I hope she doesn't eat the male, but I feel like she's a bird eater, so she will. I knew you had a bird eater. She's like a Goliath or something like that. Bird eater monster. Terrifying dream spider. Nightmare spider. Okay, we actually got through quite a few bowls. Oh, this one needs more. We're going strong. There was more smalls than I thought. We're just hiding under all of these dermestide beetles. No! You ran away from your fate. Get back in here and be eaten. Okay. Hi. Also showing holdbacks and why I'm holding them back. Ooh, your video you want to see. Yes. Okay, girl, are you gonna come back? Are you gonna come back to the YouTube space? Join the realm that you're already a goddess of? Okay. Now I have to decide my favorites. Who is getting the bugs? Yeah, so who you're holding back, I probably do that. I could do that too. I have some really cool holdbacks that I've shown literally like no one, because I suck. Literally. Checking on all of them as I go as well. Like these yellows that came out of not yellows. I had to have mislabeled them, but I don't understand because I don't have other yellows breeding here. Who are you? You guys get some. You guys are holdbacks. Both of these are holdbacks, actually. When a whole clutch is a holdback, oh. Tyler and I might start live streaming weekly. Yes. I understand the motivation thing. I stopped posting for a year. I did like a solid year where I was posting a pretty good number for like the second half of the year, and then all of 2021 I lost all motivation. So I'm sorry to my YouTube friends. Oh, you can't send me a pic? Oh, you sent me it. I can't see it because I'm streaming. You got that right. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's like really hard, honestly, to stay motivated all the time when sometimes it's just so negative. But I finally got to a point where I was like, screw the haters. I am who I am, and body image wise, like personality wise, like take it or leave it. You're here too. I'm everywhere. You are. Proud of you. My number one supporter. See, Bubbles is getting some, but let me tell you, Bubbles doesn't eat the bugs. Bubbles don't eat it. Oh my gosh, also. How old are you? Who's in here? Okay, assholes. Why are you all under the substrate? Why are you always under here? Always. Without fail. I don't understand you guys. One sec. We're finding these geckos. Is there really only one of you in here now? Yeah, I think so. Literally. Like, I feel like this one's totally mislabeled though. I don't know. I think those are too big for you. Sorry, y'all. But look at these clutch mates. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about these two. Come here. They're really tiny, so I might have some issues grabbing them. Come here. Look at these little things. I'm having to show one and then the other. Look at this like solid, almost solid back. Yellow. Like solid back yellow. Holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. And then its sibling. Come here. Another like solid back, just about. that one little dot at the end of its tail. Yellow. But it's like a lighter color. Let me compare them.
Or not is going flying. Come here, you little shit.
Okay. Look at the color difference in these. One is so dark. They're both yellows, but one is so much darker, naturally, than the other. Both almost solid backs. Like, I am so excited about these things. Like, what? Wild. Yeah, so pretty excited about them.
They're flying through the air. They are fat little nuggets.
These were born last month. These aren't even a month old in how fat they are. Look at how fat this little thing is. Like, its tummy. It's so fat. I love them. They're growing so much quicker than my other ones.
So, 10:31. Where did your sibling go?
So I just split some up yesterday, and keeping track of them, I'm struggling with. Huh. I don't know. It went somewhere. I'm trying to find it though. That or its sibling just escaped and said, goodbye. I'm out. Okay. Either way. I don't know. I marked it as having 2 in here, but there's only 1 gecko in here, so don't know. It is feeding time. It's funny that I imagine a 300-gram version of that flying through the air. Graceful lychees. I can't even imagine the splat sound when they hit the ground, honestly. Like, that has to be wild. Okay, it is feeding time over here, yes. Trying to make sure they all get appropriate sized bugs for themselves is difficult. See, like this thing, it's like so hard to separate and like what you're holding back versus what you're not. I do not know where that one sibling went. Honestly, I'm like wondering if it escaped, but I always find them if they've escaped or notice. So I feel like I split them out, but I don't know where I put the one. Trying to think. Small talk 1031. Ha ha ha. You're not it. Or did I sell its sibling? I might have sold its sibling. Watch me lose my mind in here. I'm pretty sure I sold its sibling, but I just left one as my notification on there. That's bad. Huh. Weird. I'm losing my mind now thinking about it. Huh. Well, anyways. Fun. Right? 3 more. I'll have to go down and track my sales and figure out what the heck I did with its sibling. Okay. How many more can we make? Nice. I fed Crested Gecko Diet powder yesterday, so today is this day. Ooh. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, back. Sorry. Hot second. And the heater went on while I was away. Means I'm gonna toast myself in here. Okay. Back. Right? You're like that feeling where you're like, I think I lost a gecko. Like, did I sell it? Yeah, that's literally what I'm going through. Because I've sold a small talk kid and I've shipped it. But I always do pretty good at tracking if, like, on their tag, if I did. I don't know. I'll look around my gecko room and see if it escaped. But I literally had one that escaped the day before. So I literally tore this whole room up and found it. So I'm like, I don't think it escaped. I just always like to label how many are in a bin, you know? Whee! Okay. Who else? Stella, not there. Come over and feed those chunks that I know will actually eat them. You eat them and you're huge. I think I'm almost out. We're almost out of reasonably sized dubias. I really have to sort this weekend, I guess, if I want to be able to feed more on Sunday. But gosh, I hate sorting dubias. The bane of my existence. At least if I sort them this weekend, the females I got won't have already like started, you know, holding babies. So that will be fine. Hi! Hi, Living Wild. Thank you for all the tips on the bioactive. Yeah, you'll eat them. I think we're almost out. So yeah, I flippin' hate sorting dubias. So I'm thinking, I got 50 new females. And if I sort now and then they'll have like a month and a half until the next sort, they'll have like carried their babies and like hatched them out already. Do you know how long they take to do that though? Like when they first carry babies? Hi, Red Nico. Like what their cycle is after molt. I thought it was like 30 to 60 days. Super exciting, I know. I have all 4 of them, my 18 by 18 by 24s, bioactive now, so I'm seeing how those go. And then I'm going to do all the white enclosures behind me. I have all the stuff to do it. I needed to get more hydro balls, but that came in yesterday. So that's good. Okay. Not you. You look just like when I shipped out. I never show this thing off. But honestly, I'm pretty excited about how it's coming along. Yellows can be so fickle and funny with development. But this is like a very light yellow. It will not look good on that camera, so we'll show it to Insta. It is so hard to see it. It's so light, but it's got so much white on it too. Can you show them your pretty side? Yeah, it is not even showing up. But it is such a light yellow that's starting to develop in time. Hi, Mom. Get out of here with that negativity, Jackie. My mother is watching my Twitch, and she's giving me throwing up faces, guys. She's such a supporter. Such a supporter, Jackie. It is a nice baby. It's so cute. It's so light. It came out of, whoop, that's a lid. This lady who has knocked everything down as per usual. Don't bite me. She can be so rude, so flippin' rude, but look at her. She can be rude. She's beautiful. She's allowed to be rude, right? She allowed. Dubia roaches are scary. They are. They're babies. She's gotten drippier in time, which is crazy how drippy this girl has actually gotten. Yeah, she has a really nice head crest. She was my AM Reptiles. She was like such a surprise. I got her for like $100. Proud of you. Thank you. She was like $100. And this thing turned wild. Like, look at those drips. I swear she's dripped the last year. Like, she's been 45 grams and she's just now decided to drip. I don't know. She's beautiful. I freaking adore her. She is so nice. Hi Samantha. OMG, hi, look, it's Geckos. Whoop, sorry. Her little thing fell down. She is going with this guy who might try to bite me because I smell like a female. She's going with this Venom and Valentine male. Look at him. Isn't he just the coolest? He's not fired, obviously, but look at his patterning. Sorry for YouTube, you're down here. But like, stop it! Stop it! He's jizzing on me right now. I literally he says, I'm ready to breed. Guys, I just got jizzed on. Guys, he's a male. He's very much so. I've been waiting. Look at him, please. He's a virgin and he's never been paired, and so clearly he's gonna do just fine, I think. He's sitting at 36 grams right now. 36 grams. Straight into the coals. Oh my god. He's sitting at 36 grams, so I'm like literally waiting. Waiting so long. Yeah, I think so. Venom throws white geckos, or is white, so even though he has like that orangish coloring, I expect that he will actually throw like white geckos. And then Azriel is going with him as well. Actually, no, we're not taking her out. She's mean right now. She knows it's breeding season because the other ones around her, not safe for work, I know, I'm sorry Instagram, you just saw gecko jizz. She's mean right now. She thinks that I'm pairing all of them, and so she head shakes and tail wags at me, and she's currently digging. I think she's gonna lay a set of duds right now, which means she's ready, but still. You were also streaming on Twitch, would have showed up. Hey, yeah, I'm streaming on all of them. I told you I was multi-streaming finally. Finally multi-streaming. And my teeth look really white on here. I'm shining. I just noticed. Straight to the cul-de-sac. That's hilarious. Literally, clip it. I want a baby. Azriel, English. Adriel, sorry. English. You want a baby gecko? Is that the English? Because I want baby sounds weird. Oh my god. I think we're gonna make one more bowl and then we're out. We're maxed out on the amount that we can feed. Dang it. Come here. So, going with Azriel because she did really well with Calvin Klein. If anybody knows Calvin Klein lineage, have a nice night, thanks. If anybody knows Calvin Klein lineage, did super good with Azriel, so I'm trying, yeah. You don't English? Little sidetrack with stuff. Glad you made it. Well, I'm about to end because I'm about to finish feeding, but I'll get on the phone with you probably anyway, so that's fine. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're out of smalls. Who is getting this one? Oh, probably a Lily White. Maybe. I don't know. This one. Sure. Okay. I'm honestly shocked. They did. So he sold it is why. They did the Calvin Klein Azriel pairing. He did it for so long. He did a lot of seasons. But he sold both of them. And I purchased her, so. And then he sold Calvin Klein to Cryptiles. And I don't know if he was like just, I think he downsized a lot and then he had some life stuff go on, I think is what was happening. And so he downsized a ton. So I got Azriel, which I was like stoked about, but he didn't have Calvin for sale at that time. Calvin sold later and for way more than I think I would have. I wouldn't have been able to afford him, I don't think, if I'm honest. So yeah, I honestly, like, depending on how she does here, I wouldn't be against asking Cryptiles if we could make that pairing happen again. Yes, they did multiple, I'm pretty sure he did multiple years of that pairing. I'm pretty sure he had her for quite some time and that he did like multiple years of that pairing. Pretty sure. I'd have to look back though. I think I got a text from Samantha, I see you. 2020 baby. Ooh. Because I'm pretty sure Puika, I don't know how to say that name, from Zenjex was a... No, I've had her since 2021. I got her right after that. So you got her last season there. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he had her before that. I probably need to look it up though. And I'm pretty sure she had a lot of pairings. But they made that insane gecko that honestly, if she doesn't do well with this male, I'm gonna consider reaching out to Cryptiles. I don't know if he'd even want to do that though, like because loans are difficult. And if you get one stunning pair out of it, or one stunning baby out of it, how do you decide? Yeah, they might have been. I wonder if he had him a year before. Where did she come from? She went from Zenjex, but Zengex. I would say Zenjex. It just sounds better in my mind. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's put these away. So, honestly, I don't know, because I think she's older than just one season. She's wilding out in there. She bred here, obviously, last season. I have some Azriel. I'll show you some of her kids. This is my hold back from last season from her. I don't know if we're going to be able to see his full glory because it's so hard on these cameras, but This is my holdback from her. Sorry to YouTube, I'll show you after. Here. Let me get his other side too. Like, makes some crazy nice things. What do you have on your face? You have like dirt. Oh no, you have a spot. He has a spot on his mouth. He has a literal dowel spot on his mouth. So yeah, he's very nice. Here you go. Don't jump on the things. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this little kid. Even though he's covered in spots. Literally. He's like a huge spot. Close up, right? How dare he? How dare you have spots? Oh, it's gonna eat the bugs for us, everyone. Are you gonna sit here and eat the bugs? Eat the bugs. They're cute. It might eat for us. That would be adorable. Yeah, like, honestly, Noah was like, send it here. I'm like, of course. Man, what is happening over there? Traxon? I have another Azrael hold back in here. In here. Here's my other current holdback from it. It does not zoom very well, but this camera gets it really nicely. This camera just has like such a nice focus because it's a 4K camera. But it's pretty nice. I think it's going to, its white spots are going to explode on it. Can you cooperate for 2 freaking seconds for camera? No. No, but it's covered in white spots that are expanding. So, solid. Okay, guys. That gecko looked a little scared. You're such a troll. It's a gecko. It doesn't understand what's going on. I'm going to smack them. They're so cute. Yeah, so that one is covered in white spots, and I expect it's going to be wild. I expect it's going to be really, really covered. Okay, but I'm done in here, and I think I'm going to go to bed. It's 9:30. Thank you all for joining and hanging out with Gecko World Land. Multi-streaming gecko things. I will sort more bugs and we'll be back this weekend probably. Hang out and do gecko things then.